Hello, welcome back. If you are new here, oh, you're in for a surprise. We do things quite differently around here. Um, I have no clue what this reading's about. I'm not gonna lie, I have been given nothing by Spirit. They've given me zero indication of anything. No channels, nothing's coming through, but I'm told to just start a camera. So I just started a camera. I honestly don't even know where I am to start. You know what? I'm just going to say a quick prayer, like usual, and then I guess we're going to dive into something. I don't even know what. So, okay. Okay, I guess we're going to start with this deck. Don't even know. Actually, this video got really dark all of a sudden, and I'm not really sure why. That's interesting. That's interesting. Okay. Five of Pentacles. Two of Pentacles reversed. A lot of you are having financial issues right out of the gate. There's a massive message here of needing to balance your finances. You're not looking at your finances properly. You're not looking at it enough. You're not watching your investments. You need to balance things out immediately. By the way, quick disclaimer, this is not to replace any professional financial advice that you are getting, okay? Just to don't do that, all right? Don't do that, I'm told. Yeah. Five of Pentacles, Two of Pentacles, bringing balance back into your life is needed here. The Hanged Man upright and the Ace of Cups reversed. You guys need to, okay. I don't get financial. Oh, this card got left. Queen of Swords. Okay. I'm taking it. I'm taking it as it is right now. I don't get financial readings. I don't really intend for financial readings. I just intend for a message that's for the highest and greatest good of the collective that's watching. And typically that comes through in a lot of like psychology-based readings, health, mental health, spirituality, looking at the shadow parts of ourselves that we don't want to admit. And I guess it makes sense that there would be finances coming through because probably one of the largest taboo areas in our society, especially in the West, is finances. Is talking about finances, is looking at finances, is discussing money stuff. It makes a lot of people anxious. It probably makes you watching this in the collective anxious. It's a message here of you haven't balanced your finances out properly. You're either overspending or you're trying to save way too much. And there's just a lack of balance, okay? And I know that people are probably listening, how can you save too much? It's not that you're saving too much, it's that you're trying to live more frugally and you're forgetting that there is an energy element to your finances. Everything in this world has a vibration to it, and that includes your finances. And so there's this message of needing to balance it out, okay? It doesn't mean it's bad if you're saving. Also doesn't mean it's necessarily bad if you're spending. It's all in how you go about doing it. The Hangman coming up here, okay, is really about finding that stability, okay, within yourself. Finding stability within your finances, because that's what we've started off with here with the Pentacles, finding stability in how you view it and to not be scared of it anymore, okay? The Ace of Cups reversed, there's this definite feeling of like things are getting emotional. For some of you as well, the Ace of Cups reversed, there's this feeling of you feel like you've lost a lot of money recently. This could be either you've had bad investments, bad time with crypto, you've had some large bills that have come up all of a sudden that kind of took you off guard, and you're having a lot of anxiety right now, a lot of things. The Queen of Swords comes out. Anything swords is all about mental, okay? It's air, it's mental, it's the mentality, it's how you're viewing things, it's how you're looking at things. It's understanding that just because you lose a lot in this moment, or it appears you lose a lot in this moment, it doesn't mean you do. Some of you have been given the cold hard truth about your financial situation or about finances in your life, and you don't like it, okay? The Queen of Swords is no bull. No bull. Okay, she doesn't lie, she doesn't move things around. She ain't here to sugarcoat things. She's here to get real with you. And maybe that's why we're talking about finances, because what's realer and more taboo than finances, than talking about money, than talking about where your money is or where your money isn't, how you're investing your money. A lot of you need to look at new ways to invest. A lot of you need to look at new ways to save. A lot of you need to look at where that money is going, what you're paying in interest, who's in charge of your money. Are you outsourcing your money? Are you outsourcing that to other people? Who's actually making the money off of your money? Definitely like new ways of doing things coming about here. Okay, so looking into, I'm not gonna say certain things here because it's just going to muck up the algorithm. But in short, looking into new ways to do interactions is what I'm going to say, to sell services or products potentially, depending on your business, to save money potentially. That's all being discussed here, okay? But not being emotional about it. Some of you are way too emotional about your money. Like some of you, and I get why, because money can be a really emotional thing in our society because everything in Western-based society runs off of money. So anytime there's a stressor, it's usually finances. It's usually due to a feeling of imbalanced finances and then you get emotional about it because, oh my gosh, what am I going to do? This is my hard-earned money, okay? And that's why the hangman's coming up, okay? The hanged man. Looking at things from a new perspective, balancing yourself, grounding yourself, and looking at the situation for what it really is. Very rarely is it as bad as we think it is. We have a tendency to catastrophize. This group is really catastrophizing. I'm not getting the feeling with this particular collective that you're actually in like dire straits. Like you feel like you're in dire straits with this Five of Pentacles. There's a feeling of, oh my gosh, like basically like the world's over almost. Like I'm not gonna be able to get out of this for some reason, or I'm not gonna be able to make this work. And there's this message here of it's not as bad as you think it is. Okay, it's not as bad as you think. It's your mindset. It's how you're viewing the situation. It's what you're doing. It's how you're doing it. It's not actually as bad as it is. It's bad in your mind because you're not looking at the reality of the situation and how to rectify it in a real world capacity. Okay, and that's the only reason that you think it's as bad as it is. That's the only reason that that energy is really coming up. We have Ace of Pentacles reversed, so there might be a stagnancy of money coming in, and that's also bringing in this energy of fear around money. Okay, with the Ace of Pentacles reversed, things not coming to fruition as much. Okay, a lot of you are having money stressors. Okay, a lot of you. We've got Six of Pentacles reversed. Okay, we've got the Six of Wands reversed. Seven of Wands upright. Looking for one more card. Thank you. Death reversed. Okay, y'all just need to ground yourselves. You need to really look at things in a different perspective. You need to really see things from a new way, and you're going to be able then to break this cycle. Some of you are coming out of families that have massive poverty cycles and poverty mindset, and that's what you've been conditioned with. There's a massive message here of needing to undo that, okay? Needing to outgrow that. You have the Six of Wands here that's reversed. There's a feeling here that you had this great success and now it's like waning, okay? And you're associating that with the amount of money you have. You need to understand that money doesn't equate to success, okay? And that's really hard for people in the West because in the West, the Western mindset is that more money equals more success. If I have more money, then I've done really good. And if I don't, but success is measured in other ways besides monetary. And that's not to say that you shouldn't have money. That's not to say that, you know, not having money coming in the way you want it to and having too much leave. There's definitely this sense here. It's Six of Pentacles. Yeah, a lot of you had some big bills that came up. Okay, a lot of this group collective had some big bills, either debts that have now found yourself. You've realized that situations you thought you had cleared out now are coming back. They weren't as cleared out as you thought they were. There's something that's coming back from the past in terms of your finances that you feel unprepared to deal with. And there's a message here of, are you going to handle this in a different way? Are you going to manage this in a different way? Because the whole reason it's coming back to start off with is because you didn't deal with it in the first place. You didn't deal with that financial situation in the first place. So it's going to come back to haunt you. Okay, when you didn't deal with that energy the way that it should have been dealt with in a logical manner, the energy is going to be coming back. And the death card is, have you changed? Okay, it's coming up reverse, which is giving me this sense that the immediate response that this collective has is, oh no, I can't do this. And you're going through the same cycles as before. The death card here being reversed is suggesting that you need to look at things a different way, very much like the Hangman, that you have grown, that it's not as bad as you think it is. You're in this mindset of like destitution, but it's not actually that bad. You're not in that state so much. Okay, you have the Seven of Wands here. What I really like about this depiction of this card, in particular in this deck of the Seven of Wands, is that the Seven of Wands says you have the resources to create the bridge to get over the water. You have those resources. You have the resources to deal with this financial situation, these unexpected costs, these old debts that you hadn't dealt with in the past that are now coming back to haunt you, this old mentality, this loss of investments for some of you, okay? You have the tools. You can make that bridge and it's going to support you and you can do it, but you need to trust yourself, okay? That's where the Queen of Swords comes in. Okay, where is your mindset? Where is your mentality? That's where the death card comes in, asking you, did you change? Did you change what you were doing? Did you change your mindset? Did you change how you looked at things? There's a massive message here with this collective of getting finances in order in an educated, logical way and looking at things outside of this tiny scope that you're used to. Instead of looking at finances as this anxiety-ridden thing, looking at it through a scope of empowerment, of I'm going to be empowered about money. I'm going to learn about it. I'm going to do this, and that's that. Instead of letting things come to you in terms of finances, debts, large purchases, things of this nature, instead of letting it come to you and then filling you with anxiety and then, oh my gosh, what do I do? What do I do? Making some snap decisions. Okay, they're showing me like snap, snap, snap. Like you're not thinking things through. You're just like, okay, fine, do that. Okay, fine, do that. Okay, whatever my financial advisor says. And as a result, you end up making not such great decisions. You don't have this balance in how you're viewing the situation. You're not balancing it all out, okay? So really needing to look inward and become this more empowered version of yourself. The Queen of Swords ain't asking questions. The Queen of Swords is telling. She's not there to be like, oh, well, maybe. The Queen of Swords is not an energy of, oh, I think, maybe, I don't know. The Queen of Swords is there and goes, this is how it is, and this is what I'm doing, and this is how I'm going to do it, okay? There's no question with the Queen of Swords. She is empowered. She knows who she is. She knows what she has. She knows what she wants to do with it. You need to step into that. You need to step into that. In the past, you haven't. There's a cycle breaking here, okay? Over the next few months, I'm hearing like 6 to 8 months, there's a cycle breaking here. 6 to 12 months. Sorry, they corrected that for me. I read it wrong. 6 to 12 months. There's a cycle. So over the next year, basically, there's a cycle breaking here of how you're managing your finances, how you're potentially managing your debts, how you're managing large expenses that come up out of nowhere, that all of a sudden, oh no, I have to pay for this new shower. That me and my partner, we just had to pay for a new shower. You know, those types of things, you know, having the wherewithal and being like, okay, yes, that's going to take a big chunk of money. Yep, that just cost me another $3,000, but it's okay because I have these things set up. I have these safeguards set up. It's not putting me back. This is not a state of anxiety. I am still in charge. And the universe or God or whatever term you want to use might throw something at me to throw me off track, but this is me and my energy and it's my money and it's all good. Okay, there's a sense of changing how you look at it. Okay, instead of running away from it, now you're running towards it. You're getting in the habit of, okay, now I'm going to learn more about how this is doing. Okay, I don't like what this is doing. Why is it doing that? And how do I fix it? Looking at things in a more empowered way instead of looking at it in a really negative, demoting way. And stop outsourcing so much of your finances, your work even. For some of you, it's also your work. Stop outsourcing so much of it. You need to insource it inside. That's all. That's all. This is a really triggering message, I'm told. Really triggering a lot of you. If you've made it to the end, congrats. This was a hard one for a lot of you to get through, if you got through it. So you can do this. Okay? You can do this. There ain't no one who hasn't been where you've been at some point in their lives and has managed to get out. So you've got this. Trust yourself. Empower yourself. I'll see you next week. Bye.